details, but the online classes, that is everything. So choose your lace, your china cabinet, or your celebration. Okay, here's the final item. This is what Anna and I were talking about. It's like a walk through art history when it comes to frames, right? So if you love Anna's dies, this is a frame collection. It's an AutoShip program. You're gonna get 3 additional shipments. I wrote it down, 1 in June, 1 in September, and 1 in November. Each one of these shipments will be $24.95 with your shipping and handling, which is I think $3.50. But it's a program if you love to collect Anna's dies and you really love them. It really is almost like an art history class, Anna.
Right. Well, we called these 3D Baroque frame dies. So Leslie, we've made lots of frame die sets exclusively for HSN over the last 12 years. And what I wanted to do for this very special set was, one, use our 3D technology to create the new frames. And so we're taking from this beautiful old world artwork, creating a concentric experience with the shadow layers. And once you, like, even if you wanted to pile them all on to get this one thing, you have all the engraving, all the embossing, and all the die cutting to create a masterpiece of what we're calling a Baroque frame die set. And so what's so beautiful about it, it's very regal, you know, when you're looking at this period, but when we decided that it would be worth a walk through art history to create the AutoShip, we decided to move through the rest of the year. So we start in June. I think we have some pictures of what's coming next, right? So that we can see the June AutoShip, and then September, and then November. So Rococo is next, and look at that. You talk about regal. Now we're really getting fancy. And that's in June. And then in September, we have the neoclassical die set, and that one's a little stronger, right? It's not as round. It's a different die set for us. And then in November, we are moving straight into the romantic era and creating. This is so pretty. You'll be so disappointed if you miss out on these AutoShips, because we create them in a unique way, meaning that they're different. They're not just more of like your favorite mascara. It's a unique shipment every 2 months, and we're, like you said, we're going to walk through our art history lesson. We're going to learn some stuff, but let me show you how easy it is. How easy it is to cut in 3D. I'm using our Empress plate system and some of that beautiful buttery matte foil that we just had. And what's so great about having all those colors, I will kind of go back to that pack of 60 sheets. You will use every single color and you'll combine them. This is, you can never, you don't want to run out. But all right, now look at that. It looks like something that you might put a photo in the middle of, or add to the face of a book or a journal. This is now something that is going to have a life of its own. And so if you were working with the shadow layer first, which is that beautiful dark outline, you go back and create the fact that when you start working with this, you'll see that there's a different design at the top and the bottom. So it's up to you which way to put this, right? So if you wanted to turn this around, you can do that. We did make it so that as you're building a card, you can create a really gorgeous framed focal point. I do think that this is a little elaborate, even for me. So we have many thanks, and I'm going to cover up that engraving. But you see how beautiful that becomes. And now we have something that I would say is, you know, in a class by itself. So when we're talking about being able to get this kind of detail out of a die set and do that with just a single pass, we're not having to run it through multiple times or worry that it didn't emboss correctly, because the die set is so well made that we have that 3D technology that's going to outlast pretty much all of your crafts. Okay, so here's what's fun is take those shadow layers and start playing with them. cut away the frame. Here, look at this, is cut 3 different times out of different pieces of paper to achieve that effect. And so that's when we were just talking about finishing school, those are the tips and the tricks that we learn in finishing school. We learn things about composition. We learn how to use the things that we have. We make beautiful little frames like that. Now that looks like a placard that you might put, you know, on a box. Now you can put that on the face of the card. And so if you're starting from scratch and you're saying, okay, I love this Anna Griffin person, I love this look, I'm gonna collect all these things, this is one of those sets that you're really gonna wanna have in your craft room, because there's that pink matte foil that we were just working with, and you see how all of it works together. All right, so from flourishes, so we're working with Baroque, so of course we have to have something even more elaborate than normal to create this. And we're gonna take that little shield in the center, and then I think I'll just tuck a flower in there and a flower in here. And then I'm gonna be pretty much done with my sending well wishes. Now that is something extraordinary, and that was just made by mixing colors and mixing the frames. So Baroque, Rococo, we're doing neoclassical, we're doing romantic, and we are going to be working with this kind of amazing technology till the end of this year.
I love it. And think about what do we put in a frame, right? A frame is always there to highlight something really special. So either it's a photograph in the center or a really special card. It anchors the card or whatever project you're creating. And remember, this is an AutoShip program. So not only will you get this first one for $24.95, but just by picking this up today, now you get the the September and then the November. So 3 more additional shipments, and you can cancel at any time. But what we found is that a lot of you love to collect Anna's dies. They simply are, you know, next level. They're dimensional. They make paper look like fabric with the texture and the design. They are extraordinary, and we know you love to collect them. This is something you will use forever and ever, and it is like a walk through art history when it comes to all the different styles in your frame. So brand new, very exciting. Already 1,000 of them gone. 799022 is your item number. All your crafting is on 5 Flex, and there are so many brand new Anna items that we didn't even get to. But Anna, it is always such a joy to have you on, and you know, so fun to have new things, because we literally wait for you every time you're on. We look to see what's brand new.
Well, Leslie, one of the things that's so important about this particular item and all the new items that we brought to HSN today, we've been working on these for almost a year now, to get it here and get the chance to show you